Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So Satsangat Ji, in this video we're going to be talking about International Women's Day, which is an event that celebrates women's achievements from the political to the social, while calling for gender equality. It's my belief that it's been observed since the early 1900s. I started from the USA and is now recognized each year on March the 8th. I want to take you back into the time of our gurus. Guru Nanak was born in 1469. At the time of our gurus, women were considered very low in society. All religions which were prevalent in the Indian subcontinent regarded women as inferior and as man's property. So women were just treated as mere property whose only value was serving man, being a baby-making machine, and for entertainment generally. They were considered seducers and distractions from man's spiritual path. Buddhism saw women as the distractions to man's spiritual path too. Men were allowed polygamy, but widows were not allowed to remarry, but were encouraged to burn themselves on their husband's funeral pyre, and that was called sati. Child marriages and the killing of baby girls were prevalent, and the parda, the veil, was popular for women. Women couldn't go out without the parda. Women were also not allowed to inherit any property, and many Hindu women who were captured and sold as slaves to foreign Islamic countries. In such a climate, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the founder of the Sikh faith, shocked the entire society by preaching that women were worthy of praise and equal to men. 500 years later, the rest of mankind is only now waking up to this fundamental truth. The gurus actively encourage for women to take part as equals in worship, in society, and even on the battlefield. One of the most famous women in Sikh faith, Mai Pago, she led a whole army onto a battlefield against the Mughals. My gurus encouraged freedom of speech, and women were allowed to take part in all religious activities. There are many shabads in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji that talks about the equality of gender. But there's one shabad that really stands out, and that's the one I'm going to recite now. Pand jammiye, pand nimmiye, pand mangan vivaha. From woman, man is born. Within woman, man is conceived. To a woman, he is engaged. Pando hove dosti, pando challe rah. Woman becomes his friend, and through woman, the future generations come. Without woman, there could not be any future generations. Pand muwa, pand paliye, pand hova bandan. When his woman dies, he seeks another woman. To woman, he is bound. Maharaj is saying man can't do without woman. So kyo manda akhiye jit jamme rajan. So why call her bad? And Guru Nanak says, from her, kings are born. Pando hi pand upjai, pandai bhaj na koi. From woman, woman is born, and without woman, there would be no one at all. Nanak pande bahara, eko sacha soy. There's only one entity that doesn't need woman, and that is the true Lord, God Almighty. So that is what our perfect Guru, the guidance he gives, and he gave this over 500 years ago, and now the West is waking up to it. Pure gur sab sach dikhaya, sache naam nivasi hai. The perfect Guru has revealed the whole truth to me, and this is where we dwell. This is where Sikhi dwells, in the perfect Guru's truth. And the truth, remember 500 odd years ago, at a time, at a society, when it was very rough to speak about these subjects, our Guru spoke. Sikhi spoke. From us to Women's International Day, just a little bit of what our Guru says about women. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.